What happened? Good morning, everybody. Excuse me, this is my outfit to go take Naya to school this morning. But I just was thinking about something. I guess it's the last couple of days of school for CCISD. Tomorrow's their last day. And I was just thinking about kids. And I see so many kids. The other night we went to a block party for a graduation and there were a lot of kids. And I'm trying to figure out where we lost respect as a whole and as kids. Kids are so disrespectful these days. They are so disrespectful. That's annoying me, y'all. Kids, teenagers, little kids, even grown young adults. Hi, Amy. I'm 44 years old, and I still tell my aunties, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, thank you, please, can you, not just, oh, you're gonna. These days, these kids don't know how to say thank you. They don't know how to say please. They act like they're so entitled, like everybody owes them something. And they just don't have general respect. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, excuse me. For example, we were sitting along the edge of the yard at my daughter's the other day for the party. And, some of the kids, they walk by, oh, excuse us, excuse me, or they would go around. Well, we had this one group of kids that just walked straight, dang near stepped on our feet. Did not say excuse me, didn't say hi, didn't smile, nothing. And I looked at them like, who in the hell raised you? Because I'm not a perfect parent. I don't have perfect kids. But my kids do know how to be respectful. They do know how to say yes, ma'am. They do know how to say please. They do know how to say thank you. They do know how not to cuss in front of adults. When did that become cool? You know what I'm saying? My daughter, I have a 27 and a 24-year-old, and they might slip up and say a bad word. If we talking hey, girl, but it's hey, sister. So I'm where did the disrespect, where did being disrespectful become cool? I just don't understand it. I just feel like a lot of it fell off because a lot of us grown-ups have become disrespectful. So if the grown-ups are disrespectful, then the kids are watching us. So then they figure you don't have to have respect for your elders. But I was raised by my mama, my aunties, my granny, my great-grandma, and we was always taught that when you walk into a room, I don't care who it is, you speak. First of all, when you walk in somebody's house, when you walk up in somebody's presence, when you walk into somewhere that people already were there, hello, how y'all doing? Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Oh, no, thank you. Thank you. What is so wrong with that? That is cool to me, to have respect. And I tell my kids all the time, it doesn't matter how smart you are. If you got a degree and another person's got a degree, and y'all up for the same job, if you have respect and they don't, but y'all have the same education, they're most likely going to pick the respectful person because they know that you're going to know how to talk to people, that you're going to know how to deal with people, and that most of all, you're going to have respect. You know what I'm saying? I'm 44 years old. And even when I go to a restaurant or something, and the person may be younger than me, I still, yes, ma'am, no, thank you. Respect will carry you a long way, and we need to teach our kids that. We need to teach our kids, even our younger adult kids, we need to teach them to be respectful. Act like they have some sense, because how are you going to raise a kid to be respectful if you don't know how to be respectful? And I feel like respect is a major, I can't stand disrespect. I try my best not to disrespect anyone. And I'm definitely not going to let anybody disrespect me. You know, and I really remind my kids of that all the time. Now, my youngest one, she's not disrespectful, but she'll get like real quiet and have like that, like, I don't want to be bothered face. But I still tell her, you can't act like that, because that's even kind of like a form of disrespect, of sitting there having that old stank face with an adult. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't want to be around a person, then you remove yourself. But I don't think it's cool to be rude. I don't think it's cool to let your kids think that it's okay to be rude. I check my kids. I might not check them in front of the person or whatever, but I do make sure that I address the situation if I feel like they're ever being disrespectful. And my god sister is the same way. Like, she would check her kids quick, but right there on the spot, like, about being respectful. You know, back in the day, if kids was being disrespectful, another adult could say something to them. You know, but things are so messed up these days because, first of all, you don't know what adults you can trust to even tell your kids something, because a lot of them ain't right, you know. And then these days, you just don't know how the kids are gonna react. But, you know, any of my aunties know, you know what I'm saying, and stuff. They know we can tell it, you know, hey, you know better, get it together. Like, yeah, it do take a village, but these villages ain't as strong like they used to be back in the day, because these villages, some of them is corrupt. You know, some of them is worse than the kids. Some of these villages don't have no respect, or lost the respect that they were raised with. So it's really hard. So that's why I'm saying it's important who you bring around your kids, who you have your kids around, because like me, I'll tell anybody that knows me, I have a peaceful household. I don't want anything toxic, Miss Diana. Yes. I don't want anything toxic in my household. You know, I make people respect my kids just as well as I make my kids respect them. And that's just how it has to be, like, because everybody ain't right. You know, everybody don't have the same values like back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Some people think teaching your kids how to cuss people out and all that kind of stuff is cool, and it's not. You know, I tell my kids even to this day, if you have a problem at school, if you have a problem anywhere that involves another adult, never disrespect them. You call me and let me take care of it, because you're a child, they're an adult. Even if my young adult kids, you know, I tell them, don't disrespect the person. If you have a person with a grown up and you can't handle it, you call your mama and you let me take care of it, because that's what parents should do. That's what grown-ups should do. You know, I seen a lady the other night, you know, her son and another person, they was having a problem, and she told her son, you shut up. You let me handle it. And she told the other person, you talking to my son. That is my son, so you talk to me. I'm his mama. And that's how it should be. And then they was able to resolve the problem, and it was good. Exactly. All that smacking your lips, my mama did not play that, because she would walk up and pop me in the mouth just like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the kids are just so disrespectful. I have seen kids in the store, like little kids.
Call ended.
Little kids, like, cuss out their parents, or, you know, yell at their parents. I'm like, I would have snatched, baby. When my kids was little like that, I had a little belt. I can't show you about it. It was a little belt. And I call it Mr. Red. I used to take it to the store with me. And if they cut up in the store, they got whooped in the store. That's what's wrong with these kids. Parents are scared to whoop their kids. I feel like if you start whooping your kids and disciplining your kids and teaching them right from wrong at a young age, you know, and put the fear of God in them, when they get older, okay, when they get older, then I feel like you don't have to do as much, because they already have the foundation. You know, I've been spanking my baby since she was 9 months old. As soon as she started messing with stuff, I started popping her hands when she was in the walker, because she knew the kids ain't slow, especially these days. Kids are like super smart. Well, my grandkids, I be praying for them, and they will get a whooping. They will get time out. they would get punished. Like, you know, as I got older, I kind of got a little lenient, you know, but I still don't play the disrespect. I don't do it, like, with nobody. I don't want to disrespect from a grown-up, disrespect from a kid, disrespect from nobody. Like, disrespect, I don't give a care. I don't care how you put it. Girl, your son ain't gonna want to come over here because I beat kids. Like, I be telling my auntie, she be having problems with her son, but she keeps giving, letting him do, buying, but he don't have no responsibilities. He's very disrespectful. But the government ain't run over here because the government is not going to put no money on nobody's books when they get bad and old and go to jail. And the government ain't going to, you know, help me. It's a way around that because I've been a certified foster parent for years. You know, it's ways around it. But I'm going to tell y'all like this. This is my pointer. As soon as when your kids are small, don't ever let them start off, even if they're little. If you feel like they doing something that's disrespectful, you have to point it out to them, correct them from day one. Never let anybody, a spouse, you know, any other adult, kids, anybody, don't ever let them think that it's okay to disrespect you. That's where the problems come in. Grandma, yeah, because I'm a grandma and I'll be feeling sorry for my grandkids when they get a whooping, but I know it's necessary. Just don't hurt them. But yeah, if you start letting that disrespect go, it's going to keep going and going and going. So you have to teach them from the gate to have respect, not just for you, but any adult, any person. Like, nobody deserves to be disrespected unless they disrespect you first. But then still, you got to learn how to control the situation and be the bigger person. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I mess up, but I don't do disrespect. I just don't. I try not to disrespect anybody. And like I always say, I try to do unto others as I should have them do unto me. And I live by that. You know, and I think that's a big deal. That comes along with disrespect, because if you want to be respected, you have to give respect. My mom used to always say, if you want respect, you got to give respect. And I believe in that. My kids are very respectful, and I'm proud that they were raised like that, like they really are. You know what I'm saying? Even my grown ones, they know how to talk to people. They do. A lot of people, like a lot of these younger kids that are raising kids, they disrespectful. They think it's cute when their kids are disrespectful. You know, and none of that is not cool. Like, right. A lot of people think that stuff is cool, but it's not. Like, I can't handle it, because I will smack one of my kids if they think they finna be disrespectful to me or anybody. Hell, my son is like 6 feet tall and I'm 5'6", but he's not gonna disrespect me. And that's why I tell people, if I can control a son that big and that tall, you know, it's all about how you raise them, about having God, really like God, because I wasn't always as good as mom as I am now. You know, I was learning. But by the grace of God, y'all, I was always scared to have a son, because a lot of men in my family have been to prison or been to jail or been in trouble, and that scared me. You know, I never wanted to see my son, you know, go that route. But by the grace of God, like, for real, because my son was bad when he was little. When he was like 3 or 4 years old, I used to tear his off the bone. Like, I used to whoop him. But he got better as he got older. He used to like to cuss. When I would leave and leave him with the babysitter, he would cuss bad, and I would have to spank him. But by the time he was like 6 or 7 years old, we started really like just going to church faithfully. He was like reading the Bible and writing music. And at nighttime, when my kids were little and I would put them to bed, I would pray with them, and I would recite the Lord's Prayer, you know, with them, and all kind of stuff like that. And like I said, I ain't the perfect parent. I'm not the perfect person, but I do believe that respect is very important. So I'm just telling y'all, you know, to try to enforce respect on your kids, on your nieces, on your nephews, you know, on your family, period. We have to try to break generational curses. That's why I try to do a lot of stuff with my family, like get-togethers, and try to love and try to celebrate each other's birthdays and acknowledge each other's birthday. Like, the little things are really big, are really huge. You know, with a lot of people are disrespectful because they don't feel love, or because they don't get attention, or a lot of people have a lot of hurt inside of them. So they feel like if they hurt other people, then it's going to make them feel better. And it doesn't work like that. I've been hurt beyond hurt, you know, as a child. But by the grace of God, you know, I was able to grow from that. And just try to do better as a parent with my own kids. But thank you. We have to really try to enforce respect on these kids, even if they're not your kids. So, and praise kids when they do good. Don't just scold them when they're bad. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that either. And I'm still working on myself as a parent because I'm a grandmother too. But I want to be more encouraging to my kids, even my grown kids, and show them more love, you know, and just to let them know that as long as I'm on earth, I got their back. You know, I would never disrespect them. And you have to respect your kids. You know, your kids do something for you, tell them thank you. Or let them know that they're appreciated, because a lot of times, just like parents want to be appreciated, so do the kids. So you have to appreciate them and love on them. And because I feel like the more respect and love that you give them, it makes them want to do better, because they're going to like being praised by you, or being proud of them. Because I remember when I was little, you know, I went through some situations and some things, but at the end of the day, all I wanted to know is that my family, my mom, you know, everybody, that they were proud of me. You know, that encouragement goes a long way. Like, if you pump them kids up, you out there cheering for them, like, yeah, you got this, you can do it, you know what I'm saying, I got your back. I tell my kids all the time, no matter what I'm going through, I got y'all back. God is going to make a way. So therefore, I'm challenging everyone this summer, while these kids are out of school and in our hands, to encourage respect, to encourage love, encourage conversation. You know, a lot of times these kids, we need somebody to talk to, and it's better for them to talk to an adult than somebody their age that don't really know nothing, as opposed to people that are older than them that can teach them. My pastor was talking about this Sunday, you know, like, to listen to the older people or conversate with older people, because they already been down that road. You know, somebody your age can't tell you if the road is bumpy up ahead, because they traveling down the road at the same time you are. But as opposed to somebody who didn't already been down that road, which is an older person, they can kind of steer you in the right direction to help you miss some of them potholes and bumps in the road. So, y'all, I love y'all. Encourage y'all's kids. Teach them to be respectful. Love on them. Hug them. Tell them that you love them. Like, it's so many people that don't get that, you know? And sometimes a lot of times you do that, then it's reciprocated, not just to you, but to other people. So I want everybody to have a blessed day filled with miracles and blessings. Y'all pray for me. I'm still having a little bit of stomach issues from this chemo medicine, but other than that, I'm fine. I'm supposed to go in here and chill and straighten up a little bit, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful and blessed day. And remember, the word for today is respect. This is your girl Cake Mix, coming to you from Cake Mix Car Conversations, and I pray that y'all have a great day. Mwah.